Chapter 46, Johnson's Great Society. In the mid 20th century, the United States was thriving. We were called an affluent society. That means we were rich. Many Americans had cars, bikes, television sets, hi fi sets, and nice houses. Hi fi is short for high fidelity, meaning true sound reproduction. It's what everybody called stereo systems when they first became popular in the late 50s and early 60s. But some people were left out. Some people went hungry. They didn't get a fair chance to go to school or get a good job. Were they to blame for that? What should be done about poverty? That problem was as old as society and not easy to solve. Lyndon Johnson thought something could be done about poverty, and he meant to do it. He intended to build his great society. It would take money, the talent to get bills passed in Congress, and the leadership to make Americans understand that ending poverty would make everyone richer. Johnson revved up his jet engine personality and blasted away. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 was passed. It outlawed most discrimination, helping women as well as minorities. Head Start helped little children prepare for kindergarten. The Job Corps found work for high school dropouts. Upward Bound helped needy children go to college. The Teacher Corps trained school teachers. Medicare helped old people pay their hospital bills. Medicaid helped those without much money afford a doctor. Johnson went to the Statue of Liberty to sign a bill that ended narrow, racist immigration quotas. Because of an immigration bill passed early in the century, only people from some privileged regions like Western Europe were able to come to the United States in large numbers. Just a few from other regions, Asia, for instance, were allowed to enter and become citizens. Johnson's new law let new groups of immigrants, especially Asians and Latinos, broaden the American family. The president began beautification programs and environmental program protections. Congress and the president worked together. FDR had accomplished a lot during his first 100 days in his presidency. Johnson got even more laws passed. So take a look down below, all of the major Great Society programs, beginning with civil rights, the Civil Rights Act of 1964 outlawing discrimination, and then the Voting Rights Act of 1965 guaranteeing voting rights for African Americans. We have the War on Poverty, Volunteers in Service to America, the Food Stamp Program, Project Head Start, providing education, nutrition, and health services, healthcare, Social Security Act being expanded, Medicaid providing federal funds to cover medical costs for people who receive welfare, areas of education. We saw the Elementary and Secondary Education Act that helped with large populations of poor children buy supplies. We also see those environment issues, the Clean Air Act and the Wilderness Preservation Act. So lots being done during Johnson's administration. All those new programs cost money, but we had the money. We were a rich nation. Johnson knew that. We could afford the Great Society. We could afford the war on poverty until something else began taking most of our money. This was the war in Southeast Asia. American soldiers were now fighting in Vietnam, but things weren't going back to the way they had hoped they would go. North Vietnam was fighting back. That little nation didn't seem to be frightened by America's power. Being president had turned out to be harder than Lyndon Johnson expected it to be. His military and political advisors kept telling him to send more and more weapons to Vietnam, but some of the American citizens were saying that war was a mistake. They thought we needed to quit that war. Johnson didn't take that advice at all. He didn't want to be a quitter. And then there was the Black community. President Johnson thought that African American people and other minorities would be thrilled with the Great Society programs. They were pleased, but they weren't satisfied. They wanted more. They wanted what everyone else had. They wanted to be equal partners in America. Why? They even wanted to vote. When it came to voting, Lyndon Johnson asked the Black leaders to be patient. He explained that it wouldn't be easy to get a Voting Rights Act through Congress. Change would have to come one step at a time, he said. But some people were fed up with being patient.